What's up, everyone? I'm Coach D, and first of all, I want to thank you guys so much for supporting my channel. We're over 85,000 subscribers. Yesterday, I went live, and there were over 600 of you guys on that live. And honestly, that's very humbling to me, so I really want to let you guys know how much I appreciate that. So I'm pretty pissed off at everything surrounding what Republicans are trying to do right now about this plane crash that happened between this American Airlines plane and this Black Hawk helicopter. Because I'm at a point now where I can't even be around people who would say things like, well, I only voted for Trump because of, tax breaks or whatever, when that's not happening anyway. Anyone who thinks that it is okay for Donald Trump and Republicans to continue to try and blame black and brown people and gay people for everything that goes wrong in this country, I have no respect for you. I can't respect you when you think it's okay to vote for that because you might get a tax break, which you are not. And, there's been a lot of talk about how white women have benefited more from DEI than anyone else. While that might be true, the only time you hear Republicans using DEI is when it involves a black person. When the boat hit the bridge in Baltimore, they called the mayor a DEI mayor because he's black. With the fires in California, they called the mayor of Los Angeles DEI because she's a black female. With Michelle Obama, they've called her DEI, and she has, ridiculous, amounts of experience and accolades in the field where she works. Ketanji Brown Jackson, they call her a DEI Supreme Court justice, even though she has a resume that's impeccable. Anytime they're talking about a black person, they call them a DEI choice. So they're always using it as a racial epithet. That is why they're using it. So right now, after Donald Trump has now had this horrible press conference where he tries to blame this on DEI, not knowing anything about the victims or the helicopter pilots or the pilots of the airplane or who was in charge of traffic control, he goes out there and he says it's because of DEI. Now, understand, these people just passed away. Their families are just finding out about this. And instead of offering condolences, Donald Trump and Republicans are offering excuses and rhetoric about diversity, equity, and inclusion. They're scrambling right now to find anything that they can try and say is the reason for this outside of the fact that Donald Trump and his people were in charge. So right now I'm seeing this video, right, of Ted Cruz interviewing someone who was going to be, was up for Joe Biden's FAA administrator. This guy never became the FAA administrator. But because he's black and he's never flown a plane before, they keep on showing this video to try and get you to believe that everything that happened is because of DEI. Joe Biden's FAA administrator was unanimously confirmed by the Senate. Republicans and Democrats confirmed him. He served, and there was never any of these things that happened under his watch. He was forced to resign on the day Donald Trump was inaugurated. On that day, Donald Trump brought his people in. 8 days later, this happens. Donald Trump and his people were in charge. The person who was in charge before that was not a DEI hire or anything like that, which is a very misused statement anyway. Donald Trump, Pete Hegseth, J.D. Vance, and their acting FAA administrator were in charge when this happened. Instead of them coming out and saying, We want to offer our condolences and then offer you a bunch of information to make you feel calm that it's safe to fly and that this will never happen again. Instead, they're offering excuses and rhetoric. This is what we have to deal with now for the next 4 years. These people are disgusting and pathetic. Every single one of them. And again, anyone who feels like, well, I can deal with that because of this, you're horrible too. And I have absolutely zero respect for you. Period.
Don't want no enemies or ops. Envy in they heart, I tell them stop. Vacation on the yacht.